A new report says thousands of Iowans might be drinking radioactive water and not know it.
But TV9's chief investigative reporter Josh Scheinblum checked the report, and what he uncovered could mean that it doesn't hold water.
Radium is a radioactive element. It actually creates radon gas, which has been linked to lung cancer. In 2012, radium started showing up in high levels in Dyersville's water supply. The city says it's addressed the issue, but this new report questions that. Depending on where you live, drinking what comes out of the tap could be putting your health in jeopardy. At least that's according to the nonprofit Environmental Working Group, or EWG.
We collected our data from publicly available data from the EPA and also from water utilities.
The group describes itself as dedicated to protecting human health and the environment. Alexis Temkin is a toxicologist there.
Iowa in general is known to have an aquifer with high radium levels.
Radium is a naturally occurring radioactive element that is common in groundwater. Chronic exposure to radium increases the risk for certain types of cancer. The map EWG put out shows communities with levels of radium hovering around the federal limits of 5 picocuries per liter. Dyersville is near the top of that list, above the federal limit. Only 4 other states have water agencies, it says, that tested above Dyersville's levels.
If people are consuming that level of radium, you're going to be at an elevated risk for cancer development.
Is their information correct?
No.
Mick Mickle is Dyersville's city administrator. Mickle admits they've had radium water issues in years past, but he insists they've been fixed thanks to the construction of a radium removal facility that went online about a year ago.
What I can tell you, Josh, is that we are in compliance under the standards set forth by DNR and the federal government.
Getting rid of radium isn't cheap. Here in Dyersville, it costs around $30,000 a year, and that's not including the $1.2 million it cost just to build the center. Those investments have paid off, and records obtained by I-9 appear to prove it. Once the radium removal process began, levels in the water dropped dramatically. Results for tests taken back in October reveal radium levels were below 1 picocuries per liter.
Prior to turning on the radium removal plant, we were in non-compliance. We followed the directions and the instructions that were given to us to come up with an administrative plan and a construction project to get that radium back into compliance. And we did that.
Closer examination of EWG's map in small print shows their data is based on figures gathered from the state and EPA between 2010 and 2015. Temkin recommends if people have doubts over their findings, they should research the matter further themselves.
It's worth investigating and considering getting a water filter.
The Marion Water Department was also high on the map, just below the federal limit at 4.18. But tests this past July showed them right at the limit of 5. I asked their general manager there about the discrepancy. He told me it's important people remember these water tests are done at the source of a well, and by the time it's blended with the larger water supply, what comes out of the tap has levels far lower than that. Nevertheless, they're in the process of opening up a new well to bring their radium levels down. It's expected to be introduced into the water supply this spring. Officials with DNR told us it's also looking into Bellevue's water after it tested at 5.17 last year. Josh Scheinblum, KCRG, TV9 News.